Okay, so we're working on Wednesday of week 12 now. Sorry you can't see all of it, but it's long, so I'm running out of room. So, let's see. Wednesday of week 12. On Wednesday, the first thing is to find the clauses. We have independent and dependent clauses. Remember that every clause has its own subject and verb. We already know we have 3 sets of subjects and verbs, so we have 3 clauses. We know E.B. White, and what he did is got the idea for the book. The problem here is who wrote the book, Stuart Little, is right in the middle of that. It's okay, it's not a problem. While is a subordinate conjunction. Remember, coordinate conjunctions go away, but subordinate conjunctions do not, so it will be part of the sentence. And while he was sleeping on a train. So you can see I've kind of blocked off my 3 clauses. Now I have to figure out. E.B. White got the idea for the book. That is an independent clause, isn't it? It makes complete sense by itself. I'm going to put that over here. Independent clause. Who wrote the book, Stuart Little? Now, if that were a question, it would be independent, but it's not a question. So it is a dependent clause inside of an independent. If you don't have this, it's okay. So we have to figure out, is it an adjective or an adverb dependent clause? Didn't we say E.B. White tells us, who wrote the book, Stuart Little, tells us which E.B. White we're talking about? It does. So it's an adjective dependent clause. So then we move on. This one is still our independent clause. While he was sleeping on a train. Does that make sense? If someone walked up to you and said that, you would be wondering, you'd be waiting for them to finish, right? While he was sleeping on a train, what? So since it does not have a complete thought, it is also a dependent clause. And we have to ask ourselves, is it adjective or adverb? Didn't we say it tells us when he got the idea? When is an adverb question, so that is an adverb dependent clause. Okay, so now we've got all our clauses labeled. We have to figure out what kind of sentence it is. Simple, 1 independent clause, definitely not. Compound, 2 or more independent clauses, we only had 1 independent clause. Complex, 1 independent clause plus 1 or more dependent clauses. Well, that one sounds right. Let's just make sure. Compound has 2 or more independent clauses. We only had 1. So this is, I'm going to write it right underneath it because I don't have room at the end where we normally like to write it. That's a complex sentence because there's 1 independent clause with 2 dependent clauses. It's just counting. And then we need to look for the purpose. Is it making a statement, asking a question, giving a command, or expressing strong feeling? Isn't it just giving us some information? So it's declarative. It's making a statement. Okay? And we're done with Wednesday.